Gillard was the 27th Prime Minister of Australia and the first woman head of government. After 3.5 years as Deputy Prime Minister, she was sworn in as Prime Minister on the 23rd of June 2010 and stepped out of office on the 27th of June 2013. Throughout her time as Prime Minister, Gillard and her government successfully passed 501 bills through Parliament. Julia Gillard's family, educational and political student background played a crucial role in her policy direction and political career. Education, employment and social inclusion were part of the many successes of the Gillard government's political agenda. The importance of education to Julia Gillard has been influenced by her father. Julia Gillard's father was forced to leave school at the age of 14 in order to join the workforce due to his family's economic situation. In 1979, Julia Gillard enrolled at the University of Adelaide as an arts and law student. Throughout her years at university, she became an active member of student politics. In her second year at university, she got involved in a campaign against education funding cutbacks. This was the beginning of her 7-year-long activeness with student politics. In 1983, she became the president of the Australian Union of Students and moved to Melbourne. In 1998, she entered the House of Representatives and delivered her maiden speech, where she underlined that her passion for education was not only the product of her personal experience, but as a result of having campaigned on these very issues as a university student. She was then appointed to the Parliamentary Committee, where she stood for education, and after 9 years in opposition, she was sworn in as Minister for Education and for Employment. Gillard's belief in the transformative power of education, alongside her parents' attitudes towards her and her sisters attaining educationally, provided her with the passion and determination to pass the Education Reform Bill. On 26th of June 2013, the Gillard's government education reform was passed by the Senate. The reform provides for needs-based funding. Gillard states that she would have never become Prime Minister had her father not instilled her with Labour values and a belief in the value of education. Gillard was a co-convener of the ALP Affirmative Action Working Party from 1993 to 1994. In 1998, Gillard delivered her maiden speech where she reflected back to when she was part of the Australian Union of Students. Julia Gillard began working for Slater and Gordon Law firm in Melbourne, and where she specialised in workers' compensation and industrial law. In 2006, she became the Deputy Leader of the Australian Labour Party and was given the portfolios of Employment and Industrial Relations in the Shadow Ministry. Gillard and her government passed the Fair Work legislation by the Senate on the 20th of March 2009, which overturned the work choice program of the Howard government. Julia Gillard, throughout her time in the role of being Minister for Social Inclusion, worked to produce a number of reports for the Labour government. Gillard also provided advice on the delivery of government services and programs. On the 28th of January 2010, Julia Gillard launched the Australian Government's National Statement on Social Inclusion, called A Stronger, Fairer Australia. The Gillard government passed the National Broadband Network legislation, which aimed to provide more than 3.5 billion homes, businesses and hospitals with access to the high-speed network by the end of 2015. Her parents always taught her that everyone is equal and worthy of respect. Conclusively, throughout Julia Gillard's political career, from her activeness in student politics to being the Prime Minister of Australia, she successfully passed several bills and significant policies in regards to education, employment and social inclusion, all three of which she was the Minister for. Her family played a crucial and influential role in her policy direction.